Hi, welcome to another lesson. The lesson we're going to do today is algebraic fractions, our learning objectives. Today, we're going to learn how to simplify algebraic fractions, the expressions that contain algebraic fractions. So let's start. Now, before we do simplifying algebraic fractions, we're going to revise two basic algebraic skills that we need later when we are simplifying algebraic fractions. The first one is expanding brackets. So I go here, 3, 4, example is for you. We've done this before, so you can stop the video and try to expand those brackets. Fine, I think you have done. So let's do it together. The first one is a single bracket, so let's do it. Now 5 times x, that gives you 5x, and 5 times 6, that gives you 30. So it's not hard, that's all. This one, something similar to the first one. It only generates square, so 3 times 3x times x, 3x times x, there you go, x squared, minus 3x times 4, that's 12x. So we simplify that one, we expand that one as well. This is long, but actually it's 2 steps. First we do this, okay, and then we collect the like terms and simplify. So let's do it together. First bracket gives you 2x minus 14. The second bracket gives you minus 3 times 2, that's 6x, and minus 3 times 4, that's minus 12. Collect the like terms, 2x and 6x, they are like terms. That gives you minus 4x, and minus 14 and minus 12 are like terms, and that gives you minus 26. No more like terms, so we're going to stop there. This one here is a double bracket, so we have learned how to expand double bracket. We take x and we multiply everything in the second bracket, so x times x, that gives you x squared, x times 3, that gives you 3x, and then we take 2 and we times everything in the second bracket. That gives you 2x, okay? And that gives you minus x. Always, the two middle terms are like terms, so simplify further. Minus 3x plus 2x, that gives you minus x, and that gives you minus 6. This is the expansion skills that we have learned, okay? Now, the other skill that we need to know is how to factorize quadratics before we move to simplifying algebraic fraction. So here we got x squared plus 5x plus 6 says factorize this expression. So let's do it together. Okay, how do we factorize? We are trying to find two numbers. When we times them gives you 6, when you add them gives you 2. As we have seen before, those two numbers are x plus 2 and x plus 3. So in this way, we factorize. These factorization skills we need later when we are simplifying algebraic fractions. This is another one, okay? It looks like difference of 2 squares, so this is quite easy. X minus 7, x plus 7. One complete lesson we done about difference of 2 squares and how to factorize, okay? This one is a bit harder, okay? So we got the coefficient of x squared is no more 1 but 3. If you still remember, with a number of steps, first we need to times 3 and 6. If you times 3 and 6, let me do here, first step, 3 times 6 gives you 18. That 18 is a temporary number that we're going to use it. So we are looking for two numbers. When we times them gives me that temporary 18, and when I add them gives me 11. Times them 18, add them 11. That's 9 and 2. Okay, so let's do it. 3x squared, I keep it as it. This 11, I'm going to split into 9x and 2x. And the 6, we are going to keep it. That's all. We don't need the 18 anymore. Now I'm going to factorize those two separate. So let us take what they got in common. They got 3x in common. So what's left is x plus 3. And those two here, they got 2 in common. Take that 2 out. And then what's left is x plus 3. As we have seen, that's good news. We got x plus 3 here, and we got x plus 3. That's common factor. Let's take that out. When you take the common factor out, what is left is 3x plus 2. Now we completely factorize. We got 2 brackets, and that's what factorization simply means. This is the introduction of the lesson. So let's go to the lesson now. Now this way you go. This way you go. Examples, factorize these expressions. This is fraction, because you see we got line here. We got x plus 3 divided by this. It's a fraction. And it's algebra because they contain lots of letters. That's what we call algebraic fractions. How do we simplify? There's nothing to simplify at the top. So we're going to keep the top as it is. Okay, so we're going to keep the top as it is. So x plus 3. Now the bottom one, we can factorize. And we factorized before. 2 numbers times them 6, add them 5. That was x plus 3 and x plus 2. In a bracket, and x plus 2. Now it gets very interesting now. We got x plus 3 at the top. We got x plus 3 at the bottom. Those two we can simplify by crossing them out. And that's how we cross them. You have to show that in the test. The top one, we got only 1 left. And the bottom, we got x plus 2 left. We can't go further. We cannot go further. So we're going to stop there. Here got another one, very long one. The top one, they can be expanded and collected like terms. The bottom one can be factorized. So let's start with the top one. 5 times x, that's 5x. Okay. 5 times 2, that's 10. No problem. Minus 2 times x, that's minus 2x. Minus 2 times minus 4, that's 8. So the top one, we got that. The bottom one, I think we simplify, we factorize further. But let's do here again. You times 3 and 6, that gives you 18. 2 numbers, when you times them, gives you 18. When you add them, gives you 11. As we have seen before, that was 9 and 2. So the middle term, the 11, we're going to split into 9 and 2. Okay? This is what we've done. Okay? Let's factorize this separate. I'm going to repeat it. We've done before. So that's x plus 3 here. And if you take here 2 out, there's another x plus 3. This x plus 3 is a common factor. Take it out. And what's left after that is 3x plus 2. So that is how this expression factorizes itself. That's how we factorize this. We're going to write down this here. So the expression at the bottom, when we factorize it, become x plus 3 in a bracket and 3x plus 2 in a bracket. That is what it becomes. Let's go back to the top now and collect it like terms. 5x take away 2x, the top gives you 3x. Okay? And 10, let us take this plus. If you take this plus, this becomes minus. Okay? This becomes minus. So we got 10 take away 8, which is 2. That's the whole point. We need to get something we can cross with something at the bottom. So that gives you x plus 3. But here we got 3x plus 2. Do you see? At the top I got 3x plus 2. At the bottom I got 3x plus 2. So cross that one with this one. So all what's left now is 1 divided by x plus 3. And that's how we simplify it. Okay, and I got here 2 questions for you to try. You need to simplify question A, and you need to simplify question B. You can stop the video now and try to simplify them. Fine, I think you have tried, so let's do it together. Fine, the first one. The top one, there's nothing to simplify, it's x plus 5. So we're going to keep x plus 5 as it is. X plus 5 as it is, so let's keep it, x plus 5. The bottom one, as you can see, is a difference of 2 squares. So it becomes x minus 5 in one bracket, and it becomes x plus 5 in another bracket. That's what it becomes. Now because we got x plus 5 here and x plus 5 at the bottom, we can easily cross them out in this way. So what's left now? What's left is 1 at the top and x minus 5 at the bottom. That's what's left. This is another example, quite a long one. So let's start with the top expandable brackets, collect like terms and simplify. and the bottom one we need to factorize it. So the top one become 3 times x. 3 times x, that's 3x. And 3 times 2, that's 6. Now, minus 2 times x, that's minus 2x. And minus 2 times minus 2, that's minus 4. That's what we got from the top. Now, the bottom we need to factorize it. As we have seen before, we need to times 2 and 10. If we times 2 and 10, that gives us 20. Let me write down at that corner. So 2 times 10 gives you 20. Now we're using that 20 as a temporary number. So we're looking for a number. When you times them, gives you two numbers. When you times them, gives you 20. When you add them, gives you 9. Times them 20, add them 9. That must be 4 and 5. So we're going to use that 4 and 5 to factorize our expression. So we got 2x squared, I'm going to keep as it is. The 9, I'm going to split into 4x and 5x. And the 10, I'm going to keep it. So we don't need the 20 anymore. Those two, I'm going to factorize separate. So I'm going to take 2x out. That gives you x plus 2 here. And here, I'm going to take the 5 out. That gives you x plus 2. That's very good news, as we say a number of times. X plus 2 there, x plus 2 here. That's common factor. We need to take it out. If you get that one out, all what's left is 2x from there and 5 from there. So this is how this expression factorized. So we factorized the bottom expression, and we got x plus 2 in a bracket, and we got 2x plus 5 in a bracket. Let us see the top one if we can simplify. Yes, we can. There's like terms. We got 3x and 2x. So that gives you 3x and 2x gives you 1x. And plus 6 minus 4 gives you plus 2. So that's what we got at the top. And the bottom we got x plus 2 and 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5. As you easily can see now, here we got x plus 2. And here we got x plus 2. The top we got 1 divided by 2x plus 5 at the bottom. This is how you simplify algebraic fractions. Two basic skills that you need to simplify algebraic fractions are expanding brackets and factorizing expressions, especially quadratic expressions. We use those two skills to simplify our algebraic expressions. That is the end of this lesson. There's a worksheet that goes with it as usual. Make sure that you complete that worksheet. And when you complete the worksheet, there's an answer sheet that you can use to mark your work. Thank you for watching, and see you in another lesson.